Welcome back, all of you lovely people out there in chat, and we are ready and set up to go for the next run, which is Sonic Advance 3 All Stages and Knuckles by kirbymastah. I'm really excited for this. As I mentioned, Sonic Advance 3, important game of my childhood. I'm looking forward to this. kirbymastah, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. This is very normal gameplay, I promise. Very normal gameplay right here. But yeah, so Sonic Advance 3, one of my favorite Sonic games. Definitely has its issues, but ultimately it's probably my favorite Sonic speedrun of all time, and it's very awesome. Yeah, so this is the third game in the Sonic Advance trilogy, and this game has an interesting little gimmick where you can play through the entire game with any character except you play in pairs. So there are 5 characters you can choose from: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Cream, and Amy. So you get to pick a lead character and a partner character. And that means you effectively have 20 different characters to play with, because there's 20 different possible combinations. And this is the all stages category, where I basically go through time attack mode using in-game time, and just use whichever team is fastest for each individual stage. Because the problem with full game runs with real time is that team swaps cost time. So this means I get to use whichever team I want for every specific stage. That's normally a category that I actually ran in HDQ a few years ago. And then I came up with this category of doing all stages and Knuckles like a week before submissions, where I do all stages, but using only teams with Knuckles. Because he deserves some love, am I right? He deserves some love. So I'm going to be doing the all stages categories using only teams with Knuckles. So a lot of these stages are going to be suboptimal, but that's okay, because we get to show some love to our lovely net Knuckles. Yeah, so I can get ready for the countdown. So I'll be starting off the first stage with Knuckles and Sonic. And we're ready on the timer?
Sure thing, just to take it away whenever you're ready.
Awesome. 3, 2, 1, Magoo. Go. Yeah, so this goes fairly quickly. So basically there's a really important mechanic called the tag action, where basically you have 1.5 seconds to charge a tag action, and when you release it, you do a net tag action, depending on who your partner is. And if you could tell, with Sonic as my partner, when I use my tag action, I get to go really fast. So this is one of the 2 teams you're going to be seeing me using a lot in this run. Because, you know, going fast is fast. Who would have thought? And the stage is almost over. That was pretty quick. So that was just a taste of the Knuckles and Sonic team, which I'm going to be using for a lot of the game. 3742 is fine. It's not an amazing fight, but it's fine. And then, the next stage I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using Knuckles and Amy. And this is the other of the 2 teams you're going to see me using a lot of. So, Amy's tag action, this game goes by quickly, so I'll be explaining the mechanics as I go. But Amy's tag action does this. Whee! And this game has a lot of variety with the level design. There's a lot of vertically oriented levels, this being one of them, so you want more vertical speed in this stage, or vertical mobility, so having an ability like Amy's tag action is very useful. There's a spring all the way up here I can hit. And on another note, when Knuckles is paired with Amy, he gets to spin dash up walls, like a pro. You saw all that gliding and wall climbing you saw in the other runs? You got to see him spin dash up walls like that, and you're gonna see that quite a bit this run. Oh yeah, Knuckles also gets Amy's hammer, like that. So that's pretty cool. And when you hammer a spring, you get double speed out of it. So yeah, so depending on who your partner character is, your lead character's moveset can change as well. So like when Knuckles is paired with like Amy, he gets to use her hammer, he gets to spin dash up walls, and so on. When he's paired with like Cream, he gets a homing attack. When he's paired with Tails, he gets an extra mid-air jump, and so on. So, yeah, Knuckles gets a lot of fancy stuff depending on his partner. And this goes for anyone, really. So you effectively have 20 different characters in the game to choose from. So, back to Knuckles and Sonic. So when Sonic is the partner character, you see me doing a lot of pausing. And the reason for that is when you use Sonic's tag action, the game puts you on a literal invisible boost pad. What that means is that the frame you use Sonic's tag action, you are on the ground for 1 frame. Meaning, I get to do a mid-air jump when I'm not supposed to. So that's why you see me doing like a lot of jumps like that in the air. And that's why you'll see me doing a pause buffer jump a lot. So I can like press the A button, the frame I use the tag action. just keep going fast and use the midair jump. So like that's a really broken ability because like the disadvantage of Sonic's tag action is that you're not really supposed to have any vertical mobility, which it's still not very good for vertical mobility, but it really mitigates that weakness quite a bit. So it's a very broken ability. One of the big reasons why you'll see me use this team a lot. So yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, every zone in this game has 3 acts instead of 2. Some people don't like it. I don't mind it. Definitely different than the usual 2 acts you see in other games. Okay, so we'll be seeing our first boss, and I want, for any Arctic subs, I want to see as many Arctic heists as possible in chat. Because we're going to be seeing a lot of cheesing here. Because cream is cute, bunnies are cute. Bunnies for the win. Oh, come on. So when Cream is partnered with Cheese, she's always partnered with Cheese. When Cream is partnered with Knuckles, you kind of see Cheese the Child kind of circling around her. That Cheese only does that when partnered with Knuckles. And he kind of flies around like a barrier, like a moving hitbox, which is nice for that part of the fight. And then we get to see the actual boss. You little. Can I mention that the voice acting in this game is A+? Alright, there we go, there's the boss. So, this is not really all the boss fights. This is not how all the boss fights are gonna go. You're just... Firing Cheese is really efficient for like half the bosses, but you do need to make sure you time them properly. No, I'm not going to pay for it. So yeah, a really good time is of 58:59. I kind of butchered the gem roll fight, but you know, that's okay. No biggie. Okay, and now we go to the second zone. And we'll be seeing our buddy, Knuckles and Sonic, again. And this area and this music should totally not look familiar at all from all the runs we've been seeing this marathon. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. So, hey, go back. Alright, there we go. Now my cycles are off, but that's okay. That's okay. I think I want to go over these. That works. And I hope I don't get crushed. I should be fine. Hey! Didn't get crushed. There's that platform that can just really easily crush you if you're not familiar with your cycles. So, that was a little sloppy, but you know, happy 40-20, and I didn't die. So that's what matters for now. So there's gonna be a really nice shortcut I can take at the very start of the stage by running up a wall, which you need a lot of speed for, but thankfully, we have Sonic as our partner. Oop. You can just run up this wall, noom, and then kind of just jump over this entire third of the stage like this. And we just finished like half the stage. Go fast. Whee! That was... If I didn't miss that ring, that would have ILP beat. That would have been a 27. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. I need to look at that. What's my ILPB there again? If I didn't miss that goal ring, that would have been a 27. Oh my god. That was so close to an ILPB. Nice. That's okay. Alright, so we're gonna not see Knuckles and Sonic this time. Instead, we're gonna see Knuckles and Amy again, and we're gonna see Knuckles' ability to spin dash off walls again. So we just skipped about half the stage, by the way. And this area here is kind of like a giant pitfall, where like if you fall down near the end of the stage, you have to redo part of the stage, but we're gonna use that to our advantage and just spin dash off the wall to skip the entire stage instead. And we're at the end. So we have a bit of a mini boss fight here. Bit of luck here, unfortunately, but it's alright. Dang it. Right, that's the third stage. So this is actually the optimal team for this stage, by the way. So like, even if I were using any, which we're not restricting myself to using only Knuckles teams, I would be using Knuckles and Amy for that stage. So, okay. And now I'm gonna be using Amy and Knuckles. I can use Cheese and Knuckles, Cream and Knuckles, bleh. But the problem with firing Cheese is that you have to rely on Cheese's AI for homing in, and that can be really unreliable at times. So I'm gonna be using Amy and Knuckles instead, and she has a hammer, and when she's paired with Knuckles, she has this really huge hammer that is totally not overkill whatsoever. Come on, hit it. Hit him! No! Alright, let's do that then. Okay, this is not going very well, but that's okay. Do that. Coming back down this way. Eggman, come back! Come back! Come back! Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, Knuckles almost killed me. This is fine. We're fine. We're fine. Fine. It's all good. It's all good. He did pay for it with some time loss. Oops. Yeah! Amy and Knuckles with the 107 and 104. Okay, so the next zone is a lot of people's probably least favorite, casually, which is understandable, because one of the issues with this game is that the game has a lot of crushers. A lot of crushers. And this zone does not really like to showcase those crushers. And this zone also has a lot of vertical mobility, which in a speedrun is really cool, honestly, because you get to. I'm going to be using a different team for every stage in this zone. So right now I'm showcasing Tails' tag action for the first time this run. Tails' tag action is similar to Amy's in that he just kind of tosses you up, but it gives you a bit more height than Amy's and a bit more horizontal mobility. But in exchange for that, you can't really charge another tag action quickly. So it's good for like bigger jumps than Amy's, but it's bad if you need to do multiple of them in a row. Oh, there it is. The other tag action of Tails is when he uses it in the air. I get to carry him. I carry my lead. And then we're going to be skipping this platform you're supposed to ride on and wait. We also are going to skip another last part of the stage with that jump. And we're supposed to use the cannon to jump on a platform, but we're going to skip all that with that tag action and we're done with the stage.
Mind if I bump in with some really quick donations?
Yeah, let's go for it.
We have a $50 donation from Atreus reading. Ups and bits don't count, you say? Well, here's a donor for the amazing cause and amazing event. My subs can go as a gift to all you supporting busting games open at maximum velocity for charity. Big congrats to FF and CDK for a phenomenal race. We have another $50 donation from Flying Fox herself reading, thank you for letting me run in the marathon. Hope it is your proud kid. Hashtag GNU, the only kid, which puts us 15 cents away. 15 cents away. No, 1,000. So, wow, I can't numbers.
Oh, talking is hard. I don't blame you.
$1,000 and 15 cents away from the Ocarina of Time Ice Trap Mayhem. So we're almost halfway there, my friends. We can do this.
Yeah, the Ocarina of Time is being ran by two good friends, Spike Vegeta and Nuclear Reaction. They're pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool. And they're going to be doing a co-op this afternoon, I believe. Also, the really annoying thing about doing this right now, this run, is the fact that it just came after that TBK and Flying Fox race, and I'm just like, yo, this is so unfair. Why am I doing this run after that race? Like, holy crap. But, you know, congrats to them for an awesome race, and a world record, too. Oh yeah, I just played a stage and pretty much skipped all of it. Just, you know, Knuckles things. Skipping stages is a thing. Alright, so that was the second act. And then Act 3, I'm going to be using Cream as my partner for the first time this run. So Cream's tag action does two things. One, it gives you control of Cheese, so Knuckles can fire Cheese, which isn't that important, honestly. What you want is their air tag action. So what her air tag action does is it amplifies your vertical mobility like that. Like that. So it kind of gives you a second jump, sort of. So it sounds similar to Amy and Tails' tag action, but it doesn't give as much height as that. is a lot more dynamic because it depends on your vertical mobility. So like, if you use Cheese's tag action at the peak of your jump, you're not going to get much height. But if you use it at the start of your jump, or after a spring or something, you're going to get a lot of heights. Although, again, not as much as Tails and Amy's. But the reason why you want to use Cream's tag action a lot of times is because in exchange for not giving you as much for vertical mobility, you still retain a lot of horizontal mobility. So like, Sonic's tag action is really good for just pure horizontal mobility. Amy and Tails are specialized in vertical mobility. Whereas Cream's gives you like a lot of jumps that don't give you as much height, but they give you a lot of horizontal speed. Or rather, you get to maintain a lot of your horizontal speed. So Cream's tag action is just nice if you want to like make big jumps across larger distances as opposed to like purely vertical jumps. But yeah. What are these? Okay, Cream and Knuckles. So we're gonna see a lot of cheesing this fight again, but this is gonna be a lot harder than it looks because I have to, when I fire cheese, Cream's hurtbox increases. And the hitbox of those legs are way bigger than they look. So what I need to do is jump in between the legs and make sure I'm facing the center and fire cheese like that. That was the case where I was too close to the leg right there. So like, being able to get fast fights like this is harder than it looks. I have to be aware of the hitboxes, make sure I'm like perfectly between the legs, and also facing the center of Eggman. But I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Honestly, it's not really a bad thing that I got hit there from the larger hitbox, because if this fight went too smoothly, then it would sound like I'm just kind of... I'm making this fight look a lot easier than it actually is. You're going to pay for this! But, you know, it's not really... How I see it in a marathon setting is that if you mess up, it's okay. You're just showing off how difficult some stuff you do is, right? Right? It's all good. Alright. So we're getting to Toy Kingdom, which, you know, every Sonic game has a zone like this. Every Sonic game has like a casino zone, or a playground zone, or like bouncer zones with like all these bouncy thingies that are just there to annoy you. This is the zone for this game. It's not as bad as like your typical casino zones, thankfully, but this zone is very cycles heavy. So like right now, I'm gonna wait until 17 seconds. Go. Because that'll line up this cycle here. So that's effectively my bottleneck. I cannot clear the stage any quicker than that until I get past that cycle. But that's pretty much it. And then we just zoom to the end. Whee! Whee! Zoom. Okay, 42, 47. Yeah, that's another thing detail I forgot to mention. Like, there are certain combinations that actually have names to them, so I'll show it off for fun again. So, like, when you pair Knuckles and Sonic, they're fighting buddies, and they're not happy to be stuck together, which is very unfortunate for them because this is one of the two teams I'm using the most in this run. In fact, I'm going to be using this team for this entire zone, which is, I guess, probably why it's my least favorite zone in this game. I don't dislike it, but it's very bottlenecked by cycles. You get stuff like that too. You get stuff that happens like that too. Because crush your hitboxes. Toy Kingdom. Welcome to Toy Kingdom. And there isn't really much team variety with this zone either. But like, you know, I still like the music. It's still a cute zone. I don't mind it.
Shall I jump in with another quick donation then?
Yeah, this is a good time to do so.
We have a $100 donation by the Sound Defense reading more ice traps equals more content. Let's meet that incentive.
Oh, no.
Absolutely hard agree on that.
The Sound Defense is another awesome guy. Oh no, I don't want to be down here. Where are my cycles? Okay. I'm on the wrong route. It's okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. See? I know where I am. It's a feels bad moment when you, like, make a mistake in a Sonic run and you're just like, I don't know where I am now. Crap. But, you know, that's okay.
All about them improv skills.
Yep. I mean, that route that I just did used to be a really old route that I used like 5 years ago. So, like, I kind of knew what to do still, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, so this is one of those stages where Knuckles and Sonic is actually one of the fastest teams. So, I never mentioned the team types in this game. There is something called a speed team and a power team. If you're paired with Sonic, you are a speed team. If you have Knuckles in your team, you have power attacks. And it's not really that relevant in a speedrun usually, but this is one of those stages where it is. Why? Because these are power barriers. You cannot destroy them unless you have a power attack, which you can only do if you have Knuckles on your team. And that opens up a really nice shortcut in the stage. Otherwise, I would have to dip downward, go all the way around. So, unfortunately, I missed the fastest cycle, but that's okay. No biggie. Whee! You just keep going fast. Okay, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I meant. So yeah, some of the things about this game that's like really difficult to run, which is also very rewarding, is like the tag action. It just adds like an extra depth of running this game because like if you play Freedom Planet, it's actually kind of a lot like Mila. So like you take some time to charge your tag action, and then you have to release it at the right time. So in order to release a tag action at like a specific point in the stage, you have to know exactly when you want to start charging it. That means I'm spending more than half the run just holding the R button, basically, because the tag action button is the R button. But you usually don't want to tag too early, because when you have a tag action charge, your moveset's limited. But if you tag it too late, then you're just not going to be able to use it when you want to, or you lose time. So, like, every time you see me do a tag action, I had to, like, plan in advance, or get into muscle memory. Like, when do I want to start charging my tag action? Or maybe I want to start charging a tag action at this time in case I need a tag action, in case I mess up. But then I have to make sure that I don't charge it too early, because if I don't mess up, I don't want to actually commit to it. So I want to let go of the tag action, and so on. Oh yeah, by the way, this boss is a boss. Alright. Place your bets, chat. Will I finish this boss in under 2 minutes or over 2 minutes? Place your bets right now. Because there is nothing to this fight except luck. And yeah. We're getting very lucky, actually. So you can hit this boss 10 times. With every attack pattern, the boss can do one of 3 things. A Jack-in-a-Box, which is a 5-second animation. That's the best pattern. The Ball and Chain, which is a 10-second animation, which we have not seen. It's a 5-second time loss, because it's a 10-second animation. Or this, the Missile. It's a 12-second animation. Every missile you get is a 7-second time loss. So we already lost 28 seconds. The chance of the Jack-in-a-Box go down with every single hit. There's the Ball and Chain. The chance of a Jack-in-a-Box go down with every hit until after the 7th hit, where it's literally impossible. So your ideal pattern is 7 Jack-in-a-Boxes and 3 Ball and Chains. That's not gonna happen in a run. That's not happening. I've never seen it happen before, ever. So I personally consider the 2-minute mark around average. I've gotten like a 140, 145, and I've also gotten as bad as like 215, 220. I think this is gonna be like this is an alright fight, not too bad. The thing is, like, we got 3 Jack-in-a-Boxes, and the Jack-in-a-Box just saves you so much time. I think this will probably get this up too, but maybe. Great. One last thing I did not mention: we want to kill Eggman off screen if possible. If not possible, close to the right side of the screen. Why? I get to control Knuckles immediately. Oh, no! But yeah, you don't get to regain control of your character until Eggman is off screen. So you want to kill Eggman as close to the right side of the screen as possible. Ideally off screen, so you don't have to listen to him say, "You're going to pay for this!" In this case, I killed him off screen, but there's a really simple setup for it, so... But yeah, it's one thing there. Almost up 2 minutes. I'm glad there was no prediction for that, because that would have felt bad for the believers. Alright, Twinkle Snow. Get your cat jams in, because this music is mad comfy. Very comfy. Whee! Whee! Oh, okay, that's not what I meant to do. It's okay. Whee! There's a nice shortcut coming up here. And again, pause buffering so I can because every time I use Sonic's tag action in the air, the game actually puts you on a grounded boost pad for 1 frame that's invisible. Skip that minecart. Enter this minecart. Go fast. Noom. Noom. Okay. Nice. Alright. So this run has been pretty chill with just, you know, going fast everywhere. With Knuckles. Knuckles is pretty cool, I must say. I'll let the stage speak for itself. I'll let the stage speak for itself. Alright.
Mind if I say some few words in the meantime?
Alright, go for it. This is very normal gameplay. Very normal gameplay here.
Guys will just enjoy and relax, because the stage also is really chill music in my opinion. And talking about chill music, we want to extend our thanks to Chill Hop Music for being the provider of much of the music you hear on stream between the runs. If you want to check out their music label, follow the link via the Chill Hop command in the chat.
Whee! I want to make sure we hammer that spring. That spring. Another spring here. Get that. No! Yeah! Very normal gameplay there. If you want a quick explanation, basically, game thinks I'm on a wrong room layer. That's pretty much it. That's how we did this casually. Yeah, that was a very casual way of playing that stage. The more interesting answer, I guess, is basically this game. Pretty much every 2D Sonic game has stuff called pass swappers. So like loops are the biggest example of that. Because like when you hit invisible pass swappers, the game has to know like, okay, which part of this loop are you on now? So I can make this part of the loop solid and this part not solid. So by hammering a spring in the previous stage, I skipped a pass swapper for whatever reason. Why? I don't know. I found it on accident. But basically the game's like, oh, I think you're above this thing when you're not actually above it. And then shenanigans happen, basically. And you get to just skip the stage that way. Yeah, and then like, there's not much going on in the stage, just very smooth, fast Knuckles movements. Whee! With some comfy music. Lots of tag actions. Tag. 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 And we're about at the end of the stage. Alright, so the next boss is one of the more interesting bosses. I like the boss a lot, but I'm gonna say its platforms are not well programmed. To put it kindly, because like something about the platforms, a lot of platforms in this game as they fall is that they kind of wiggle, and sometimes they'll just eat your jump because there'll be random frames where the game just thinks you're in the air, so you just can't jump. And the gimmick of this boss is you need to jump on these platforms and drop them on the boss, which is cool. Platforms are not so much. Got to focus here. Okay, perfect. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. I need to, after the 4th hit, I need to make sure there's a platform on Eggman as his invincibility frames run out, so I can hit him on the first possible frame every time. You're going to pay for this! Because if he has even one frame where he's not invulnerable anymore after the 4th hit, he's gonna start attacking you, and that wastes a lot of time. And getting a 37 is as good as that can go. 37 is the ideal time for the most part, so that was good. That was good. I have a very specific setup for that, based off of the audio cues. So, I made that boss fight look really easy by stun locking him, basically. Alright. So, remember when I said every Sonic game has to have some, like, casino zone? Every Sonic game also has to have a gravity zone. This is that zone. But the music is a banger, gotta say. Whee! Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Jump over this. Fall down here. Jumps here. And just weave in and out of gravity. Whee! Whee! I didn't want to hit that ledge, but that's okay. No biggie. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. 41-18. Pretty good. Alright. Act 2. Act 2 is we're gonna be using this team again. Don't worry, if you're sick of seeing Knuckles and Sonic, I think this is the last time I'm using them. I think. You're gonna see a lot of more team diversity for endgame. But like, given the restriction I placed on myself for this category, I only have 8 different teams to choose from. So Knuckles and 4 other characters, or 4 other characters and Knuckles, basically. I'm using 7 out of 8 of them in this run. The last one I'm not using is like probably the worst team in the entire game, unfortunately. Which is Tails and Knuckles. It's a pretty horrible team, but that's okay. Whee! And we just keep going fast. Gravity shenanigans. Whee! And then we're done, I think. Yeah, we're done. That stage. Okay. So this is the second and last time you're going to be seeing Tails in this run, unfortunately. Which is funny, because like Tails is really broken in this game normally, but in the context of Knuckles, my only Tails teams are Knuckles and Tails, and Tails and Knuckles. And Tails and Knuckles is terrible, Knuckles and Tails is more situational. But Tails' air tag action, reminder that Tails' air tag action carries the lead character, like that. What I'm gonna do here is use that to shove Knuckles into those pinball machines from the wrong end. So I just use kind of a clip to enter that pinball machine from above, when I'm supposed to kind of go around the first third of the stage and enter it from the right side. So I just skipped like a third of the stage. With that. And have to be a little careful here, because lots of bottomless pits here. You're supposed to ride those platforms, but screw that, we're just gonna skip it all. And when Knuckles is paired with Tails, he kind of gets a little air jump to glide. Kind of nice. Gonna do it again here, the flip. So you're supposed to enter this pinball machine from the right side by riding a slow platform. Screw it, we're gonna skip it. You're supposed to ride those platforms to the end, but we're also just gonna skip those by using Tails and flinging us up here. This is all over a bottomless pit, so it's a little scary. Gonna do it again here. Get on this pinball machine. Again, we're supposed to ride up this really slow platform until it goes underneath that machine, but I'm just gonna skip it by shoving Knuckles into it from above. And we get another general fight. This one's really annoying because he starts having these really annoying time-consuming missile attacks, which we're not seeing. I'm not seeing it. Okay, I got literally the perfect pattern. Okay. Nice. Nice. Alright, there you go. That's the third act. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, now we have coming up probably my least favorite boss in the entire trilogy, probably. I kid you not, and I am not a fan of Sonic Advance 2 bosses. I think this boss takes the cake, though. I do not use that phrase lightly. Alright, here we go. That's it, that hits. Cool. Okay. Oh. Oh. Some good hits. Dang it. Oh, that's not hitting. Oh, that did hit. Okay. That should hit. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. Yes. Okay. This fight sucks. There's no actual luck involved with it. I have a set. If you couldn't tell, I had it set up for the first 3 or 4 hits. But after that, it's basically luck. Because like, yeah, it's just so bad because like the balls are so finicky and they're basically random even though they technically aren't. It's terrible. But you know, that fight was honestly amazing. Also, shout outs to Amy standing in the air. And yeah, feel free to squeeze in anything you want to say really quickly.
I think that's a really fitting one. We have a $10 donation from Cool Birchie reading Dr. Eggman. Said, I should pay for this!
Well, in this case, I did not pay for it. Thankfully. Oh no, I died.
Oh.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Can I squeeze in another one? We have a $50 donation from Nuclear Reaction reading. Big love for you and all you do for speedrunning, friend. More cats in chat in honor of Kirby, creating this category for only marathon.
Thank you, Nukes. Right after I just died twice. That's okay, keep going.
We're also really close to hitting the 5,600. We're also at 1,149 out of 2,000 for the Ocarina of Time Ice Trap Mayhem. We can get this incentive met, my friends. Get out your donations, get out your hype in chat. This run has been amazing so far. Kirby Master, keep it going.
Thank you. Yeah, this is probably my favorite zone in the game. It's very difficult and very long, but very fun. And the music is also just a cat jam. So if you forgot, Cream's tag action amplifies your vertical mobility. So when you use it off a spring like that, you get a ridiculous amount of height, and I didn't land on the platform, oops. Whereas if you use it at like the peak of your jump, like that, you get very little height, which is good in some cases. So it's a very dynamic ability. Like, your height changes a lot depending on the frame you use your tag action, which makes it a really difficult tag action to master, but very satisfying and fluid. Oh, excuse me? Oh, well. Oh no! Okay, well, I don't know how to land on those seesaws, apparently, that I just fell through, but, you know, that's how it be. That's how it be. It's okay, you get to enjoy this music a bit more. Alright. Alright, so, first attempt at the stage. We're using Cream's tag action, which amplifies your vertical mobility. Use that to peak every jump when you have little vertical velocity, and you get very little height. Use it after a spring or at the start of your jump, you get a lot of height. To get the ideal amount of height, you want to release R one frame after you jump. Ideally, although you don't really need that much height in most cases. But yeah, very difficult stage, but also very satisfying. Okay. Whee! Also, I'm not seeing enough Argikais in chat, because we have Cream on screen. Best bunny ever. Whee! Right. So we're gonna try to do a bit of a pass swapper shenanigans here to make sure the game thinks we're on the correct floor there. I'm gonna take the spring as a shortcut. Okay. Whee! And then this is all over a bottomless pit, by the way, so slightly scary. There we go. First try! Sweet. First try. Alright. Next stage, we're gonna see the return of Knuckles and Amy. The other really broken team. And if you forgot what they did, or just came in and haven't seen them yet, very good team. Amy's tag action throws you straight up, and when Knuckles is paired with Amy, he gets to really unleash his true form and spin dash up walls like that. Okay. Which is really nice, because it lets you just like jump over a lot of the stage and just climb up walls really quickly. Because you get a lot of horizontal mobility when you jump off of a wall like that. Okay. I was hoping to get into that tunnel there. That's okay. No biggie. Whee! Okay. This is probably my favorite stage in the game to speedrun. It's just very fun and smooth, if you do it correctly. And there's another entire outdoor part here coming up that we're just gonna skip by gliding underneath it. And we're gonna be really far below the stage, but good thing we can spin dash up walls like that and just not worry about that too much. Tall walls, not a problem. That bee is very scary. Standing around. Speed of sound. Okay, then we want to jump down here. Get that. Oh, no! I cut my speed too short. Get back up there. Okay. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Chat. Chat, I want to hear your opinions on autoscrollers. Do you like autoscrollers? Because I certainly do. I really particularly enjoyed the, 4-minute autoscroller from Sonic 4. Beat this! A 1-minute autoscroller! Let's go! Here's the first autoscroller. There are 3 of them here. This is the first autoscroller. Okay, I actually didn't want to do that, but that's okay. Alright, first try. This is the first autoscroller. I hope you enjoy it. With some banger music too, I must say. Alright, first try, first attempt, first autoscroller, let's go. I keep forgetting to slow down there so I don't hit those spikes. That might be a little low. Okay, we're good. Alright, second autoscroller. I really hope you enjoy that first autoscroller. Here's the second one. Okay, that's actually not good. I swear I practiced this morning. I practiced this morning. Don't worry. Don't worry. I promise. Alright, okay. The height is very specific for this, because like, as you can tell, I barely make it there on that spikes. So you have to be very particular with that skip. Okay, that should be good. Yep, we're good. Autoscroller number 3. This is what happens when I meme about autoscrollers. Oh no. Oh no. I missed one input with a spin dash. I was supposed to do a 2-tap spin dash, and I did a 1-tap, so I didn't have enough height. Yeah, I mean, you know, we got that. I'm just dying on purpose so we get to enjoy this music more. As I said earlier to stream, you know, it's not entirely a bad thing when I mess up, when a runner on a marathon setting messes up, because it just shows how difficult it is, right?
Should I plug the marathon?
This is a pretty difficult one, but yeah. Oh, whoops.
Mind if I plug the marathon itself in the meantime a little bit?
Oh, give me a second to get through this part.
Sure thing.
Okay, we're good. Feel free to plug the marathon. First try.
Thank you very much. This marathon is, after all, being presented by the team at Fast-Paced Events. Founded in January 2022, their mission is to promote mental health and LGBTQ+ awareness through speedrunning and raise money for mental health and LGBTQ+ charities by beating games at a fast pace. That's the name. You can find more information about the team by checking out their Twitter account over at twitter.com/fastpacedevents.
Let's go. Alright, I normally would not use this team. This team is terrible, but I'm doing it because I feel like showing it off. When Tails is paired with Knuckles, he gets an insta-shield. Did you know that? He also gets this terrible wind attack. I'm wondering if I can actually pull this off, because I haven't done this before. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, Tails cannot fly when paired with Knuckles either. Okay, that's actually... Please get a ring somewhere. Someone. Nope, did not get a ring. Aye. Okay. 2 more hits, I think. Okay. Okay. That was all improvised. That is the first time I've ever used this team for that fight. Because I was just like, you know what? I can show off why this team is terrible. And I think I did an okay job of doing that. Okay, so we're not done with... Unfortunately, the actual last boss is not available in time attack mode. So I have to go through the main game for that, but we get to enjoy this. We have to kind of go through the hub to get to the last boss. Alright, so when Sonic is paired with Knuckles, he can insta-shield, like that. He also gets this cool little up attack there when paired with Knuckles, which is the main reason I'm using this team for this fight. Because it's a very useful attack for a few bosses. But yeah, this is the last boss, so time will be coming up soonish. Whee! And we have the last fight with General here, and hopefully he won't spam missiles like that. Okay, that's the faster missile pattern, at least. That's the slow missile pattern. That's what we don't want to see. Oh yeah, one last thing. We get this attack when paired with Knuckles. Is it useful? No. But it's cool. Alright, and now you're about to see why I'm using this team for this boss. If you don't have any way of hitting the boss from the ground, what you have to do is use his hands to get up for a hit. That is very slow and very terrible. You don't want to do that. Screw the hands. We'll just do this. That was to Wind Waker bosses, or Andross, or Super Mario 64 bosses, or Wham Bam Rock, or lots of other bosses like this, you know. It's not a Nintendo exclusive thing, I promise. And should be it, I think. Time is now. GG.
GG is on your run, Kirby Master.
Thank you. So that PB'd, except I didn't add my deaths, so no, it did not. If we exclude all the deaths in this run, this would have PB'd by 50 seconds. But you know, that's okay. That's okay.
Amazing. Do you have any final shoutouts, my friend?
Well, shoutouts to everyone for setting this marathon up in the first place and being able to showcase this. I literally put this together like a week before submissions, and thanks to Amber for being flexible with like allowing me to just put a video of this together with like save states and stuff, just like have a video demonstration of what it would look like for submissions, because like I didn't actually have a run of this at the time yet. I've only done like 4 runs of this, but it's okay. The point of speedrunning, I guess, is like even though there's like no leaderboard or anything like that, like I literally made up this category and I'm having fun with it. And the bottom line is like you can enjoy speedrunning however you want. Leaderboards are good, but you can do whatever you want with your speedrun and enjoy yourself. And I'm also just like thankful to, I guess that's more of a mini like 3-sentence rant I just got into, but in terms of actual shoutouts, thanks to you for hosting, thanks to everyone in chat for donating and supporting, and Arctic for also having streamer hosting this, and there's a lot of other people I can name, but particular shoutouts to Sega Junkie and Fruit Salad for also contributing a lot to this game in particular. They put in a lot of work into this game that, yeah, there are other runners in this game that just put in a lot of work, especially Fruit Salad, who's had a lot of their older records as well. Currently has an 80% record, I think. And yeah, thanks to all of you, and thanks. And one last shout out to the best emote ever, Argik Kai. Cream is totally not one of my favorite characters in the game in Sonic, but that's okay. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Kirby Master. It was an incredible run, and we will be right back really soon with Final Flame running Sonic Jam. So stay tuned.
Shout outs to FF, the second FF, the other FF, the double FF.